Welcome back, I'm some guy you've never heard of, and this is Starfield Endless Exploration. Looks like there was an update since I last played. And there was, since it was building shaders. Oh. Yeah, that is a lot of activities. Alright, but let's take care of one of these quests. I think the empty nest is what we were gonna do. Alright, talk to Samco, eh?
And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family.
Maybe I'll take you up on that seat sometime. After I get some more work done.
Don't overwhelm me with welcome now. I might never leave.
Just a friendly jab. Small group like this, you'll learn more about everyone than you ever wanted to. Kind of all that family is, in a way.
Like more than you'd ever want to know. Hello, kids are around, people. Kuriko, by the way. Hi.
Well, kids would imply plural, and I don't see any others. But good to meet you, Cora.
Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Oh, you definitely take after your father.
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship. Honest. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition?
Only that it was in Freestar Collective space.
Sure enough. That's where we're heading. The three of us are heading to Aquila, first settled planet of the Freestar Collective, and, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Aquila City. We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that, makes me think one thing. Artifact.
Alright, I'm ready, let's get to it.
Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
You have my attention.
Okay then. Oh. Someone calling me? Were you calling me?
So, you gotta fill me in on what happened at the temple. What happened? What did you see?
You've never found these things before, Barrett, oh great explorer?
I've seen a lot, but I'm just one person. There are more worlds out there than I could ever physically visit. Then what happened? I heard you did some stuff and then you changed.
I got a power. I'm awesome now.
Okay, good. I like the positivity here. Keep that up. You encountered advanced technology that altered your biology in a way that results in... In what? Superpowers?
Basically, yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe we can run some tests later. Anyway, thanks for filling me in on the temple and your power. I wonder if we can find any more traces of whoever built them. It just opens up a world of questions. It's so exciting.
Alright then. Is that all you wanted? I'm still running around in my bikini, aren't I? Yes, I am. Alright, well, while we're here, we should try to unload some things.
Welcome to Reliant Medical. If you're injured or sick, we can almost certainly assist you. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you.
Yeah, I could use some medical supplies.
Well, you've certainly come to the right place.
Right, I will buy your trauma packs. And your med pack. I don't think I need that many immobilizers. Right, or that much snake oil. Alright, thank you.
Take care of yourself.
You too.
If we can avoid entering that building, I would prefer it. Let us just
Which
say
building?
I am allergic to bureaucracy. We'll find out the hard way if this water is unsafe.
Private sector. Now that's where the real money's at.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being maintained at 90% or higher. I'm sure we have anything you might need. Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
Yeah, I'd like to see what you have for sale.
Yes, of course. Please, take a look.
Alright, more ammo. Alright, that's good. We don't really seem to have much to sell right now.
Right. Come back if you need something else.
Yes, we've done a
It's a
shopping trip
privilege to be
recently.
able to work for the UC government.
You have another. You talk and get paid. I spread the news. It's a classic win-win.
What stories are you working on right now?
I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. Trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked.
Oh, well, I'd be willing to do the interviews for you.
Would you really? I'd owe you big time if you did. You've been a huge help on my other stories. I'm sure you'd do great.
If I help you out, will you give me a credit as a co-author?
Who do I look like, David Barron? Yeah, I'd give you credit for your work. Credits, too. I have a small budget for things like this.
Alright, we'll consider it done.
Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house, Henrik Zoran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the Med Bay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough.
Alright, sounds like a plan. The well. How do I get there? I don't think I've ever been to that part of town.
I am glad there is still a reliable source of news in the settled systems, though it often travels significantly slower than light.
I mean, it'd be silly to take it to the spaceport. The spaceport's like right over here, isn't it? Oh, I guess not. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Everyone's no shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keeps us on our toes. Nothing else?
I'd like to see what's on the menu.
Sure thing.
Alright, interesting selection. I'm with the SSNN. I'd like to ask you some questions about your business.
Absolutely. I'm sure my mom would be proud to have the place featured in an article. What's up?
I'd like to know how things have been with your business lately.
Business is steady, as usual. We don't tolerate violence or disrespect, so a lot of folks like to spend time here. The only thing that's worrying me is a new group of customers I've seen hanging around lately. They've been watching the UC surplus store pretty closely. I have a bad feeling they might be planning something. Kay's house has a reputation as a safe place. I don't want to be associated with that kind of thing.
Oh, I'd be happy to look into that for you.
Honestly, I'd really appreciate that. I'd feel terrible if something happened and I hadn't done anything to try to stop it. Why don't you come by when you have some spare time? And we'll talk it out.
Alright, and will you tell me more about yourself?
Yeah, sure thing. I'm Teresa Mason, and this is my home. My mom's the Kay who founded Kay's house. I grew up here along with the business. My mom passed the place on to me when she decided to retire. Running it is my pride and joy. I've put everything I have into it.
And then just how are things in the well in general?
Same as ever. I've lived in the well my whole life, and things have never really changed. The UC government promises to clean the place up every couple years, but there's still just as much crime and poverty as there was when I was a kid. That's why Kay's house is so important. It's the one place people in the well feel safe. Be sure to put that in the article, okay? I'm really proud of it.
Alright, I think that should be enough to go on.
Great. Let me know when the article comes out, will you? I'd like to read it.
Always nice to see a fresh face around here. You stop in whenever you'd like. You know why this place has stood for so long. I make sure everyone's comfy. I tell it like it is, and I don't take any shit.
If you haven't, make sure you say hello to Mama.
Stay as long as you like. And don't be a stranger.
I thought you said she retired. Alright, well that's one business down.
I've got limited resources. I try not to turn anyone away just because they're light on credits. We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do.
I'm with the SSNN. I'd like to ask you some questions about your business for an article.
A journalist? That's a surprise. Most people don't think anything that goes on in the well is worth writing about. I'd be happy to help if I can.
But I'd like to know how things are going at the medbay these days.
Things are always rough at the med bay. I'm the closest thing to a doctor that the well has, and I can't treat everyone. The last few weeks have been especially bad. There's some kind of infection going around, and a lot of kids down here are catching it. It just breaks my heart to see.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to help you out with that.
Oh, you're sweet to offer. There might be something you can do, if you're willing. Let's chat again when you have some time to spare, all right?
Alright, and will you tell me more about yourself?
Sure, if you'd like. My name's Talia. I was born and raised right here in the well.
I've been the nurse here at the med bay for over a decade now. Once upon a time, I was a combat medic for the UC Navy. When the colony war ended, I came back to the well to put my skills to use for the people here.
Alright, and how have things been in the well?
Things are always the same in the well. Violent and dangerous. I swear I treat more injuries here than I did when I was a Navy medic.
Alright, well I think that should be enough to go on. Thank you.
Alright, dear. You let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.
Alright, and I'll be back at some point to talk about that one thing. Man, this place is kind of dreary, yet vibrant.
Nice hat.
Am I wearing a hat right now? Oh, I am wearing a hat right now. Okay. Thank you. It is, I agree. There's a trade authority down here.
It's getting pretty late. What time is it?
No lawyering, okay? Can't say I'll have what you need. But you're welcome to look.
Alright, let's see what you have for sale then.
Yep, you got it.
Alright, good to know. Alright, I'm with the SSNN. I'd like to ask you some questions about your business.
A reporter? Fine, but I'm only talking basics. I don't like people snooping around my business.
Alright, I'd like to know how things are going at Apex Electronics.
Door's still open, isn't it? That's my idea of success. Sorry if you were hoping for something more flowery.
Alright, will you tell me more about yourself?
Name's Henrik. I own Apex Electronics. That's all I'm willing to say to some nosy reporter.
Alright, how have things been in the well recently?
How the hell do you think? Life's a mess down here. I'm not holding my breath for it to get any better.
Alright, I think that should be enough to go on.
Great! Now why don't you help me out and buy something? I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Well, I mean, maybe if you hadn't been hostile towards me the entire conversation, I would. But you were, so I won't. I already looked at your inventory, and you don't have anything I'm remotely interested in.
I hate people laughing at jokes. Like, you aren't funny, Star.
Maroon weapon, huh? Nasty.
I got contacts on it. Stock may not be so reliable, but I got ways of getting things. All this stuff is legit. Promise.
Alright, let's see what you've got.
Absolutely.
Alright, I'll take your .43 Ultramag. Never have enough of that. We have grenades, though. I'll take those. Alright, well, thank you.
You'll need something else, I'll be here.
Alright, good to know.
I'm telling you, I would kill to be able to afford to try it.
No, really, that's how you pronounce it. I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Now I want to look up every word in the dictionary to make sure this doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's epitome, not epitome. It's not a book.
You talk and get paid, I spread the news. It's a classic win-win. You have
Alright,
another
Nadia.
story for me?
Yeah, I finished interviewing the business owners in the well for you.
Hey, that's great. Thanks so much. Did everything go all right?
I get why your bosses didn't want to send you down there.
It's that bad? I'm glad I'm writing this story then. Maybe the government will finally make good on their promise of cleaning things up down there. I can't thank you enough for helping me out. I'll send you a copy of the story if it gets published. There's nothing like seeing your name in print.
Alright,
Back to
well,
the grind.
indeed.
And up there, huh? You didn't hear this from me, but those eclectic mercenaries, the factions use them sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. That's why they give them a wide berth. Ask me, those murdering assholes should be blasted in the space dust.
That often happens when I encounter them.
She's so amazing.
Systems retract. Let's get out of here. Stay in orbit or jump. Your call.
These people claim to be independent, yet they still crowd together behind walls.
All right, we're here. You ready? Because once we get started, I'm gonna be riding your tail till this is over.
I'm sorry, what? Alright, understood. Let's get going.
There's something you should know up front. I'm a Co. As in
Okay.
Solomon Co., first man on Aquila. That tale I mentioned before, the one I think is connected to an artifact, it's something of a family legend. After Planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Aquila, and he found a tiny little patch of nothing on his sensors. The kind of nothing an artifact produces. He called it the Empty Nest. Said it was a place even the wildlife of Aquila wouldn't go.
Alright, so we find this empty nest and then the artifact.
Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local gal bank. We'll be heading there.
Alright then. I guess maybe I should get dressed.
Just one quiet day.
Aquila City. Feels like I spent half my life trying to get out of this place.
Looks like the Marshal's run of keeping Galbank safe is broken.
Alright. The family has a few different deposit boxes secured in here, so let's look around. Here's a copy of the key. Okay, now remember, Solomon was from an earlier generation, so it's not going to be on a slate. Big bundles of paper is what we're after. Oh, no. Jacob. Of course that old mule saw this coming.
Alright, who's Jacob? Why do you take
He's
the
just a bitter old
maps?
man. Interfering in what's none of his business.
I'm walking into drama. This is the part where I walk into drama.
You gonna be like this the whole way? Damn it. I was hoping to avoid the estate. Cora's gonna be so mad.
Sam, level with me here. Tell me who Jacob is.
We really gotta do this?
Yeah? If you're involving me in this, then yeah, we really gotta do this. I'll bet Cora would tell me. Why don't I go over and ask?
You seriously threatening to tattle on me to my daughter over this?
Look, we can't work together if you don't trust her.
It's not supposed to be your
God,
business.
really?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, then why did you drag me into it? Alright, well, it's clearly a family member. Why don't you just tell me?
And why do you have to be so pushy, huh? Look, I'm done talking. You'll find out soon enough, okay? Let's just get going.
I don't understand why you wanted me to come along on this, if you're gonna be like this. Let me drag you into some drama, and not give you any sort of heads up about what might be going on. Right. You might be a handsome man, Mr. Cole, but I'm not down for these games. You gonna lead the way, or what? You expect me to know where this Jacob is?
That's the Rock. Ranger Central. Not a bad bar, too.
Bank robbery sounded intense.
Hey, ever run into spacers?
Yes.
Scumbags and scavengers.
Agreed.
Vultures, picking away at the leftovers of the colony war.
Ugh, I hate instantly putting on the pounds like this.
Taking whatever's not nailed down.
Yep, indeed. Alright, and to see what's the drama with Sam and Jacob, you'll have to tune in next time. Thank you for watching. This has been Starfield Endless Exploration, and I'm some guy you've never heard of.